What up, guys? I'm about to go live, or not live, but I'm about to record a new episode of SoundCloud. Actually, Luna podcast. What am I talking about? Go ahead and click that. I like hard clicking. What's up, guys? Luna with MXS here. Episode 9 of the Luna podcast. I jacked that up. It's no 9 Luna podcast, man. I keep hitting the table. It always jacks up my mic. I know you can hear that. What about this? Alright, so I ruined that. I'm getting a text. Oh, this is weird. So I got this girl I'm talking to. We're not friends on Facebook, and I tried to request her on Facebook, but it showed that I couldn't click anywhere to click add friend. And I'm like, what the crap? So I sent her a text message, said, hey, add me on Facebook. She sends one back, says I can't. There's no friend request thing. I'm going to tell her it was the same for you. It was the same for you. I'll see what. I'll check it out here in a minute. Check it out in a minute. All right. Okay. All right. Moving on from that craziness. This might be a short Luna podcast. I say that all the time because I'm not going to say I don't have a lot to talk about, but what is this? Allow this access to your... There's all kind of stuff popping up on my computer screen. Let's see what she says back. You actually found me? How? I looked up your first name. What is she talking about? How do you think I found you? We've been dating now for a couple weeks. Or not dating. I just outed myself. I'm completely screwing this whole thing up. We've been seeing each other for about 2 weeks now. She's so afraid that like everybody's a serial killer. It's just that girl thing. Everybody on the planet is a serial killer. I don't know why girls. There's like been like 20 something serial killers throughout the history of history. I don't know. That was a lie. But whatever. Everybody can't be a freaking serial killer, you know? That's crazy. But girls think everybody's a serial killer. Oh my God. I'm like, hey, you know, I'll come over to your house, we'll watch a movie or something. Or you come over here, we'll watch a movie or something. And the girl's always like, I don't really know you like that. You know, it's like, what the crap? Not everybody's freaking serial killer. I like how I'm hashing this out right now here, live on camera. How do you, Maryland. LOL. Girls like that. LOL. Winky face. Smiley face. Alright, hopefully, she's gonna keep texting me or whatever, but who cares? Alright, so moving on. This podcast might not be that long, you know, because I don't know, I'm just floating around the internet. Got a couple things to say. There's this story, Hollywood's outraged over this rape scene in a movie. This movie's like 40 years old. There's a rape scene in the movie. It's Marlon Brando and Maria Snyder. I can't pronounce the director's name. It's like Bernardo Berlucci or something. So what happened was, she was 19. I think Marlon Brando was like in his 40s maybe at the time. Don't play a movie. Get out of here with that. So the movie is called Last Tango. She texted me back. Interesting. Why is that interesting? I guarantee she's like, how'd you find me on Facebook? I looked up your name and where you're from. You know, because I don't know. I don't really. She told me her last name, but I can't remember it. You know what I'm saying? So she's like, how'd you find me? How you think I found you? That's easy. I looked up your name and then where you're from. And then pop, there you are, you know. But they're all like, oh my God, are you a serial killer? Yes, I'm a serial killer. No, I'm just kidding. But, no, I don't know why that is. All girls think every dude's a serial killer. Another weird thing about dating women is that, like I date dudes. Another weird thing about dating women besides from dating dudes. A weird thing about them is every girl I have ever dated either just got out of an abusive relationship or had been in an abusive relationship. And I'm not talking about just like verbally. I'm talking about physical. And like, I'm talking about every girl I've dated. I'm like, man, there's a bunch of women beaters out there. Like, what the crap? And then I feel like girls just think they have to say that. I don't know what it means, but they're like, I just got out of a physically abusive relationship. That's nothing to joke about, you know what I'm saying? Dudes beating on women and all that. And like, what's it, spousal abuse? I guess it's not your wife. It's not called spousal abuse. That's nothing to joke about, but I'm saying the odds, you got to think about how many women I've dated over my lifetime. The odds that every single one of them got beat up or whatever, you know, so I think some of them's lying, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. That's another weird thing about women. I got this knife here. I don't know why. I think I was opening something. I'm not real sure. I lost track of what I was talking about. Oh, this stupid movie. Last Tango in Paris. It's an old movie, 44 years ago. So, there was, I think the director's dead. I'm not completely sure about that. But he did this interview in 2013 where he said the rape scene between Marlon Brando and Maria Snyder was real. He said that he did not tell Maria Snyder that they were filming a rape scene. Now, I don't know if they actually had sex or if they just played out a rape scene. But all these actors and actresses are coming out now, you know, the interview was 3 years ago and the movie's 44 years old. They're all coming out now. Like Jessica Chastain says to all the people that love this film, you're watching a 19-year-old get raped by a 48-year-old man. The director planned her attack. I feel sick. And many other, I don't know the other celebrities involved in this. Many other celebrities coming out saying, I'm raged, I'm enraged, I feel raged, I'm triggered. It's like, shut up. I understand this is a bad thing that they did this rape scene and all that, but just, you're enraged, man. You know, and these people, they're like the genocide in Africa and the AIDS problem in Africa and like the poverty in South America. They're not enraged by that stuff. They're enraged by some stupid movie that's like 44 years old in some stupid interview from 3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Be enraged and triggered about something that actually mattered. You're an actor or an actress and you got a lot of pull in the world, you know. There's actors and actresses that go hang out with dictators and stuff and high five them. They're like, yeah, man, you just killed a whole bunch of people. That's awesome. Boo, let's shoot a movie about it. You can be in it. I'll make you look good, you know. But I just thought it was stupid that they're enraged about this movie. I understand it's a bad thing, this rape scene and all that, but find something better to put your energy into. That's all I got to say about that. Let's see. Oh, the Dakota Access Pipeline. So apparently they're building. I mean, everybody knows about this. There's protests and all that stuff. Do not autoplay. It autoplayed. You freaking. Federal officials have denied the final permits required for the Dakota Access Pipeline project in North Dakota. I don't know a whole lot about this, but from what I've heard, they're running this pipe through what the Native Americans are saying it's their land, but legally they don't own it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we did a lot of bad things to the Native Americans. Funny thing is, it doesn't really seem like many people care. You know what I'm saying? It's because we've gotten so tangled up in this, like Black Lives Matter thing where police are shooting black people. We've gotten so tangled up in that, you know, which the black people were done just as bad as the Indians. The Indians, I don't know, probably worse. You know, they had like the death marches and stuff like that for the Indians, the Native Americans. I don't know what to call them anymore. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not trying to be politically incorrect or whatever. But, I don't know. Like the Indians, they got it was like genocide, you know, with the Indians. So they got it pretty bad. But it doesn't really seem like the media really cares. I guess because the story doesn't sell, which is sad with the media. You know, media's a business. The story's not selling with the Indians, so they're kind of ignoring them. But so the Indians are saying that they're building this pipeline on their land when legally I don't believe that they own it. I'm saying I don't know that much about it. I do know that it's kind of silly. Like I'm sorry, but like these Indians, they're riding around on horses and stuff like that, and it's just kind of like them being like, look, we're Indians, we're riding horses and stuff. You know, they got like smart cars and all that at their house. See like a Native American riding around in a smart car, like with a flag or something, like, or like a spear or whatever they had back then, throwing spears out of smart cars. That sounds so racist, but understand what I'm saying. They're riding around on a horse to be like, we still ride horses, we still are it's part of our heritage and all that. But it just seems stupid, man. It's like, find something to do. I know it must be important to these people, you know, but they're acting crazy. You know, if you're going to do something, do it legally. It's like that protest in Okinawa. You know, they're like, millions upon billions of Okinawans are protesting the military. There was like, when I was in Guam, I watched the protest live on TV from a Japanese news channel, which the Okinawans and Japanese have had tensions for a very long time. Pretty much since after World War II or whatever. Whichever war they took over Okinawa. Okinawa's not actually Japanese, but whatever. That's a different story. But this was a Japanese news channel covering it. There was like 8 people at this protest, but the media is like, there's billions of people here. Like our media. But when you're over there, it shows the real, like, what's really happening. They're like, there's 8 people laying outside of a fence or a gate or whatever. It's kind of like the same thing with this Native American thing. I mean, I don't know. I can't 100% be, you know, I can't be like, I disagree with this or I agree with this, you know, because I really don't know. I'm not there. I don't really know what they're going through. But I'm going to give my opinion on it anyway. I think it's dumb, man. If you're really, you know, you're protesting trying to get some stuff for your cause, break some stuff. Be like the Indians back in the day would do. They would, like, go attack army bases and stuff, like, just out of nowhere, you know. But I don't know. It just seems kind of odd, the whole pipeline thing. The Army Corps of Engineers are conducting an environmental impact review of the 1,170-mile pipeline project to determine if there are other ways to route the pipeline to avoid a crossing on the Missouri River. I do know there was this pipeline in Alaska that the you know, like the Greenpeace people or whatever, they were protesting it, saying it was going to destroy everything. Well, the elk population, and that's the thing they were like worried about. They were worried about the elk. Like, what are the elk going to do with this pipe here, you know? The elk population exploded around the pipeline because the pipeline was putting off heat. I mean, not a whole lot of heat, but enough to where you could feel it, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was warmer around the pipeline. So the elk, they were getting it on. Like, it was like they were in heat, like, what do they call it? The rut for deer. Like, the elk, like, went to this pipeline and just started, like, pumping it out, you know. Elk population exploded, and then the environmental people were like, well, you know, we thought it was going to kill all the elk, but the population exploded around the pipeline. So I think people jump the gun too many times. They're like, no, this is bad. Wait, what is it? What does it do? Like, right before they even know what it's about. Here I am saying that. I don't even know what this whole Indians fighting the pipeline thing is about. I'm getting my news off of, what's this? I don't even know what this is. What site is this? It's just like a news feed. I think it's Yahoo or something. And then you get the stupid crap, like, you know, I'm in Alabama and they're throwing this at me. Birmingham, Alabama residents are stunned by this new rule. Or they're like, do something like, you could lose 1 million pounds with this simple one little bitty trick. You know, and it's always these fake little clickbait ads always have a hot girl on them. Always. They either have a hot girl on them or they got some weird, like, growth on your hand. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's, like, a weird growth on human skin or, like, a piece of fruit being cut open. Like, a weird piece of fruit. And they're like, this simple trick will cure your whole life and you'll be a billionaire just by eating this weird fruit 2 times a day. You know, like, it's so weird. Guardians of the Galaxy is getting a video game. I don't care. I don't really like movies that are turned into video games. I'm trying to think of one that actually did well. But like I'm kind of, I wasn't really excited about Guardians of the Galaxy 2. The first one was good. I didn't think it was that great, you know what I'm saying? I didn't freak out over it. Guardians of the Galaxy 2 looks kind of fun. It looks like it has a lot more action, and by that, the first one had a lot of action, but it looks like it has a lot more like laser action and like epic battles in space and stuff. And that's what I want to see, and I want that to be intertangled with comedy, you know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of excited about that. Tom Brady broke his record. He's now won. I guess it's a record for everybody. Where'd that story go? I was just looking at it. He's won like 201 games. Something like that. No, I lost it. What is that? This day in sports. Those are cool, but I'll look at that later. Come on. I just got my new, I got my new screen hooked up to my computer, and I'm still trying to get used to the whole like switching back and forth between screens thing. Alabama beat Florida yesterday, like we knew. It's with Alabama. It's funny because you're just about always gonna go up on them in the first half. You're gonna be beating them in the first half. But I know from watching the way Nick Sabin coaches and the way he leads teams, you know that the second half Alabama's gonna go up by like 40 points. They always do. Like, these teams will be beating them like 9-6 or something weird like that, you know? And like the Florida people are like, we got them where we want them to. A couple seconds later, it's like 50-9. They're like, I'm gonna go home and rethink my life. You know, like, it's just funny. It's like you're not gonna beat Alabama. A lot of people are saying Alabama, Ohio State. Alabama will destroy Ohio State. And Nick Saban he is the greatest coach of our lifetime. And if he wins another national championship, he's got to go down as the greatest college football coach of all time. I mean, what's the other ones? That dude that what's his name? Got kicked out of his school because some dude was diddling little boys or whatever. That pedophile dude, Sandusky, but I can't remember the coach's name. And they say he's the greatest coach or whatever. And then Bear Bryant, which was another Alabama football coach. But yeah, blah, 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 Tom Brady. Where did that go, man? It disappeared. Oh, God. It's another one. Type in your name, but brace yourself. This site is addicting. And it's got this very attractive woman on the front. That's so stupid. Pats rout Rams to give Brady record-setting 201st win. That joker, Brady probably will go down as one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Here it is. I wish I could show y'all. Here, I'll show y'all. The people that are watching on the camera. You see that? That's what I'm talking about. It's like this weird fruit or whatever, and it's like, try this every day to make billions of dollars. That screw my object the focus up. Bam, it's back. Try this every day and you'll be a trillionaire. I had a story from earlier. I've been trying to get ready for hiking season. It is hiking season right now, but we've been through a drought, like I've said before, so we hadn't had that much water. And you have to have water if you go hiking because you can't carry that much water with you, and you'll get out there and you'll dehydrate and you'll die. So we've had to wait for it to rain, and it's rained a lot lately. It's rained for the past 2 days. All day it's rained, just nonstop. So I've been going out and walking the streets, and we have a lot of hills here in Alabama, up and down, up and down. So I've been walking this one street, it's probably like 6 miles, something like that. And I've been trying to walk it every single day, but sometimes I can't. Sometimes I'll only do like a mile or 2 miles a day. But it's got a lot of hills up and down. I've been trying to condition my legs to get used to that, going up hills, going down hills. Because if you get out in the woods hiking, man, it's not fun if you're not prepared for it. So today I was doing that, and I was coming down this hill. These are like back streets, through residential neighborhoods. I was going down this hill. I'm looking straight, but I have my sunglasses on, so I'm actually kind of looking to my right at this house, because I like to look at other people's houses and stuff. So I'm looking at this house. I'm not paying attention. There's a truck coming up the hill. It's a curvy road, and this truck before I realized it, it is all the way in my lane. Like I'm walking on the side, the very side of the road. This truck is in my lane, and I look back, and he swerves around me. Like, and as he passed me, I looked at him like, what the, like pissed. And I thought maybe he didn't have a cell phone in his hand. He had both hands on the steering wheel, and he was not looking at me when he passed me. So I was thinking like, maybe he just like looked down and swerved into my lane, but he got over slowly. He was completely in my lane, coming at me, in the wrong lane, coming at me. Like, I'm walking with traffic. He's in the other, I don't know how to explain this any better, but he's in the wrong lane, coming straight at me, looking straight at me. And I only catch, I look over and I'm like, holy crap, this truck's coming straight at me. But he doesn't swerve like, oh crap, I almost hit a guy. He just like gradually gets over and, just kind of goes past me. I'm like, was that a joke? Like, I didn't know the guy. I didn't recognize him, and I didn't recognize the truck. I'm like, did that fool actually try and run over me? Or like, what was he doing? It was weird. Kind of made me mad. I'm like, hey, that'd be funny if you knew me, but I don't know you, homie. No, give me a second. Sorry, I had to clear my throat. It's always when I start podcasting that I need to clear my throat. I think I talked about this on one of my other podcasts, but Fidel Castro's ashes interred in private ceremony in Cuba. I think Fidel Castro's been dead for like 10 years, something like that. And just now that you can travel to Cuba and all that, they're like, oh, he's dead. We're having a funeral. And we're like, is it going to be open casket? No. He's ashes. We had him, what do you call it? Incinerate. What do you call it? I can't remember the name. Throw coins. This is a Japanese coin I have. It's like made out of aluminum. I'm not kidding. It's a coin, and it's like made out of aluminum. But yeah, I think Fidel Castro's been dead cremated. Like, why wouldn't you have an open casket funeral? Everybody loves Fidel Castro. That's what he said. He's like, everybody loves me. And you see in the back, there's this starving boy like, he's like, shut him up. Shut your mouth. His stomach's growling. That starving boy, get him out of here. Everyone loves me, But like, they had him cremated. That's kind of odd. Pretty sure he's been dead for a long time, and you're lying about it. Communist countries, I'm sorry guys, communist countries, they don't lie, so I want to apologize for that one. I'm trying to figure out how to get Death on this podcast. I got to figure out OBS and all that craziness just so I can have him on this podcast, but it's hard to, because he has, he has kids, he has a wife, so it's hard to get him on here. Bo, I need to figure out how I can get, I guess Bo, I can get him to download Discord and get him to call me or whatever, and then I'll figure it out on my end and we can get him on there. Oh, news about, what is that? Sorry, I saw another. I got ADD and there's too much news popping up on my thing right now. Whether you love Donald Trump or whether you hate him, I really don't care about him. I don't. He just. I'm just like, it's you guys. We America elected a celebrity. You know what I'm saying? Like it's stupid. It's a joke to me. It's like electing a clown. I'm not kidding. I hope he does good things for the country because I don't want. It was like with Obama. I don't want him. I didn't really agree with Obama's he really has no background in politics, which I guess the same thing about Trump, but that's what I'm saying. I didn't really like Bush that much. There's been several times where I've voted for my dad, and I know people hate me for that. People get pissed and they're like, "I'll break your motherfucking face, man. You don't vote for your dad again. That's a thrown away vote." You know what I'm saying? I'm like, get off me, man. But Obama, I was like, I want him to do good things. You know what I'm saying? Especially I wanted him to help the hood. When Obama got elected, his whole 8 years, actually except for the past 2 years because I've been working full-time on base, so I don't really work in the hood anymore. But I worked and lived in the hood, so I wanted him. I'm like, he says he's going to help black people. The neighborhood I was in was predominantly black. So I'm like, he says he's going to help black people, especially poor black people, and that's the neighborhood I was in. And I was like, well, good, man. That'll be freaking awesome. Maybe crime will go down. Maybe we'll have more jobs and stuff. That really didn't happen. It just stayed the same. Like the hood stayed the same. There was like Birmingham's crimes have actually risen. And I know the president really can't influence, like each individual city. I know that's up to the actual city to implement that stuff, but don't leave it up to our city. Our city is notorious for being corrupt, our politicians. So, but that's what I was saying. It's like, yes, okay, Obama says he's going to help black people. Awesome, let's do this. And I don't think anything ever happened. So I want Trump to do the same, man. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't like his politics and all that, maybe he can do better, like for America, for the hood, for middle class, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be pulling for him to fail on every single issue. Plus, would it matter if I pulled against him anyways? But that being said, his appointal of General Mad Dog Mathis to Secretary of Defense is possibly one of the most BA things that could ever happen. If you don't know who Mad Dog Mathis is, he was a 4-star general in the Marine Corps. He retired 3 years ago, and they're actually trying to get him a waiver so that he can be, because I think you have to be out 7 or 8 years away from the military before you can like run for office or whatever, or be appointed like in the government, something like that. I don't know, but that's what they're saying. He's only been out 3 years, so they're trying to get him a waiver. Mad Dog Mathis, as a general, led a like infantry division and like an armored group into Iraq. I think it was Iraq, could have been Afghanistan. I know he commanded both in Iraq and Afghanistan, but he physically led them front of the lines. It was like some Apocalypse Now stuff. If you've ever seen that famous scene where it's dang it, I always forget his name. Is the one like, I love the smell of napalm in the morning. Smells like victory. That guy, that famous scene with the helicopters, and that's where Death from Above gets his name from. The helicopters got Death from Above painted on the side. And it's that helicopter scene, you know what I'm talking about? Where they fly in there blowing up stuff, and he gets out, and he tells them, God, like everything's blowing up, and this like general's just walking, strutting around. Robert Duvall, that's his name. Robert Duvall just strutting around. Stuff's blowing up. He's like making fun of people, like, "What are you doing, son? Why are you in the foxhole? They can't hit nothing." That's the way this General Petraeus. That's what I was about to say. General Mad Dog Mattis. That's who people say, like people who served under him, says he reminds me of that guy. He's a guy's guy. He's extremely intelligent. He believes in reading books to obtain knowledge that'll make you a better warrior and a better person. He's very intelligent. Like our Secretary of Defense, I can't remember his name, but he's a physicist. He's the Secretary of Defense. We're involved in like 3 to 4 different wars right now, and we have a physicist who's our Secretary of Defense. What sense does that make? It doesn't make any to me, so it's awesome that they're going to have a 4-star general, especially one that the military loves. At my base, I'm in the National Guard, so I'm always in Alabama. I'll always be stationed in Alabama. But there's a bunch of active duty guys that are integrated into our unit. You know what I'm saying? They go all over the place. They only stay at our unit for like 4 years, 8 years, and then they go somewhere else, like England or whatever, somewhere else in America. A lot of them are liberals, like very staunch liberals. And none of them, every single one of them is like, this is going to be amazing. We're going to have General Mad Dog Mattis as our Secretary of Defense. Like even the hardcore liberals they're so pissed about Trump being elected, they're like, this is an amazing pick. They don't want to say that, but they're like, yeah, General Mad Dog Mattis, that's a good thing, for Secretary of Defense. So I'm excited to see what he's going to do. He has a quote that I love, General Mad Dog Mattis. I'm going to say Mad Dog every time. General Mad Dog Mattis. He has a quote that I love. It says, I think it says like, be kind, be polite, be professional, but always have a plan to kill everyone you meet. That is the coolest freaking quote ever. It basically, to me, means be kind to people, be nice to people, but always have a plan to defend yourself. Like when I go in a gas station, I try and think of like, what if a dude pull a gun stuck into my head? Stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? He's saying, be nice, don't be aggressive, don't be offensive, don't be defensive, but be nice, be kind, but have a plan to tear some stuff up, you know what I'm saying? So I'm very excited about General Mad Dog Mattis. I said this was going to be a short freaking podcast. It's gone 30 minutes. I want to see this. SNL, Saturday Night Live, Aniston confronts Bayer over impersonation from Friends. Jennifer Aniston confronts Vanessa Bayer over her Rachel from Friends impersonation. When the rain starts to fall, there's bed. Sorry, I had to finish that beer. I got a spare though. Blah blah blah. Bear. Blah blah blah. All in her Rachel voice. Aniston had another. Can you just drop that for a second? The actress appeared together in this month's Office Christmas party. Aniston pleaded with her co-star to stop texting me every day. Is it? This got to be all. It's all a joke. Whatever. That's not real. I thought Jennifer Aniston had like a meltdown on Saturday Night Live, but she did not. I think I'm going to end it here. Trump may not propose a budget next year. What does that even mean? I don't even care. Get out of here with that. Here's what losing sleep does to your heart. It's from Health and Fitness, so that actually might be legit. Alright, yeah. I think I'm done. I'd seriously probably do. I guarantee you something will hit me and I'll want to do. This is all garbage. Like this news. I need to find. If y'all are watching this or whatever, find me a good news site to get all my news from. Not something. I want something that's just gonna give me some news. I don't want their freaking opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want anything that's too right. I don't want anything that's too left. I just want the news. Right now, I'm seeing nothing. Nothing. All right, guys. Appreciate y'all watching. Appreciate y'all listening. This was Luna Wolf Podcast, episode 9. This motorcycle of the future will also power your home. My God! Click it! Oh, clickbait got me! Oh, viruses everywhere. Thank y'all for watching. Check me out on Instagram. Whoa, I about broke my mic. Check me out on Instagram. Check me out on YouTube, which this podcast will be uploaded to YouTube. Also, this podcast is available for download on SoundCloud if you really care that much about it. Check me out in the streets. Hopefully in one of these podcasts, hopefully episode 10, we can get Death from Above on here, and then beyond that, we can get my boy Bo on the podcast. I got to get some people in here, especially when I run out of stuff to say. Like Kanye's hospitalization due to mismanaged meds. Whatever, man. That's a lie. Man, I bet there's celebrities on so many meds just because, no one understands me. No one understands the struggle I'm going through. Just like popping pills. No, don't mix this with alcohol. Alright, so, yeah, celebrities are crazy. They make me very, very angry. And they are extreme weirdos. Look up Joe Rogan when he goes to that party with Dave Chappelle. Look that up. I think Bill Burr's on it, and Joe Rogan talks about how strange celebrities actually are. They're the weirdest people you'll ever meet in your life. Thank y'all for watching. Check me out in the streets. Bye.